Today's lecture is going to be about the second suffixal homophones, which is the ing. The ing has three suffixal homophones: ing verbal, ing nominal, and ing adjectival. We call them homophones because the three of them have the same pronunciation, but each one has a different meaning. That is why we call them homophones. The first one is ing verbal, and it is inflectional. The second one is ing nominal, which is derivational, and the third one is ing adjectival, which is derivational too. The first suffixal homophone of ing is ing verbal. This suffix is inflectional, as it is one of the inflectional suffixes in English. And it can be found in sentences with continuous tenses like present continuous, past continuous, present perfect continuous, etc. Alice is playing piano this evening. In playing, we have ing. What type of ing? Is it verbal, nominal, or adjectival? It is verbal because we have a present continuous tense. Playing is a verb in a continuous tense, so ing here is ing verbal, which is an inflectional suffix. I have been traveling the whole summer. Traveling contains ing. This ing is verbal again, because traveling is a verb in a continuous tense, present perfect continuous, so ing in traveling is verbal. Ing verb also comes before nouns when this ing form is not an adjective. We all know that before nouns we have adjectives in English. So before nouns is the position of an adjective. But if we find an ing form, a verb with ing, if we find an ing form before a noun, we have to think of two possibilities. The first possibility is that it is an adjective because adjectives come before nouns. But if it is not an adjective, it is a verb. It is ing verbal. So how to know that the ing form is that comes before a noun is an adjective or not? We can have a simple test. Put the word very before the ing form. If it sounds natural and it's acceptable according to meaning, so it is an adjective. And the ing is ing adjectival. If it is not acceptable to put very before the ing form according to meaning, so the ing is ing verbal. Let's take examples to illustrate what I'm saying. I like that sitting child. This is a sentence in which we have a verb plus ing that comes before a noun. Child is a noun. Sitting is an ing form that comes before the noun child. So we have to decide whether the ing in sitting is ing verbal or ing adjectival. We can put very before sitting. If it is okay to say so according to meaning, so it is adjective, and the ing is ing adjectival. If it is not, so it is ing verbal in sitting. A very sitting child. Can I say a very sitting child? Notice that we have sitting. Can I modify sitting by saying a very sitting child? The child is sitting. This is the state of the child that is sitting. So I cannot say a very sitting child. the more sitting child, the most sitting child. I cannot modify sitting by saying very or rather or quite or more or most. It is unacceptable according to meaning, unnatural. That is why, because I cannot put very, it means that sitting is not an adjective, which leads us to conclude that ing here is not ing adjectival. It is ing verbal. The second example is I like that amazing child. Again, we have an ing form before a noun. Now we have to decide whether the ing in amazing is an adjectival ing or not. If it is not, then it is ing verbal. So we can put very, quite, rather, most, more, etc. before amazing to see whether it is an adjective or not. Can I say a very amazing child? A very amazing child. It is acceptable to say a very amazing child, a rather amazing child, the most amazing child I've ever seen. So I can construct sentences with modifiers before amazing, which means that amazing is an adjective. And the ing in amazing is ing adjectival, not verbal. So in this way, we can identify whether the ing before a noun is adjectival or not. If it is adjectival and it accepts modifiers like very, rather, quite, etc., so the ing is adjectival. If it is not, if it doesn't accept these words, so the ing is ing verbal. The second suffixal homophone of ing is ing nominal. This ing nominal is derivational, not inflectional, because the only ing that is inflectional is ing verbal. The other two, ing nominal and ing adjectival, are derivational. This suffix changes verbs into nouns. So when we add the ing nominal to verbs, it changes them into nouns. That is why we call it ing nominal. Now the question, where can I find ing nominal? Ing nominal can be found with forms in the noun positions in English sentences. Nouns in English sentences can be found in subject position, object position, after prepositions, and after adjectives. These are the common positions of nouns in English. If I find an ing form in one of these positions, so it is the ing is ing nominal. Let's take some examples. Hiking is good for mood and body health. Hiking is an ing form that comes before the verb is, which means that it is the subject of the sentence. In English sentences, we have subject plus verbs plus complement. So hiking here is the subject of the sentence, and because it is the subject of the sentence and in the noun position, it means that the ing in hiking is ing nominal, because the ing form hiking comes in the subject position in this sentence. You can improve your English by reading stories. The ing form in this sentence comes after the preposition by, and we've said that this is a noun position. And because it comes in a noun position, it means that the ing is nominal. The ing in reading is ing nominal because reading is a noun as it comes after the preposition by. One of the easiest ways to identify the ing form as a noun is when we have s plural that ends the ing form. You know that s plural can be attached to nouns only. So when you see an ing form that ends with s plural, it means that it is a noun. I like your writings. Writings is a noun because it ends with s plural. So it is a noun, which makes the ing in writings as ing nominal because writings is a noun. The third suffixal homophone of ing is ing adjectival. This ing adjectival is derivational, not inflectional. And we can find this ing adjectival in ing forms that function as adjectives in English. So we can find the ing adjectival with adjectives. Where do we can find adjectives in English? We have the three known positions of adjectives in English. The first one is before a noun. We can find adjectives before a noun. The second one is after the verb be. The verb be includes is, are, was, were, etc. Or after a linking verb. A linking verb includes verbs like seem, appear, look, become, taste, feel, etc. So these are the three positions in which we can find adjectives in English. If we find an ing form in one of these three positions, it is an adjective. And the ing is an ing adjectival. We have three sentences in which the ing forms act as adjectives in English sentences. The first one is, I talked about an interesting subject. Interesting is the ing form. Notice that it comes before a noun. Subject is a noun. So interesting comes before a noun, which makes it an adjective. So because interesting is an adjective, ing in interesting is ing adjectival. The party was amazing. In this sentence, amazing is the ing form. And this ing form comes after the verb was. Was is a verb to be. So, amazing is an adjective because it comes after the verb be. The ing in amazing is ing adjectival because amazing itself is an adjective, so the ing is ing adjectival. The third sentence, the bride becomes charming. Charming is the ing form. It comes after a linking verb, which is the verb becomes. So because it comes after a linking verb, charming is an adjective. And the ing in charming is ing adjectival because charming is an adjective. So notice in these three sentences, we have the ing form before a noun, after the verb be, and after the linking verb. In all of these positions, the ing form is an adjective. Interesting, amazing, charming are adjectives. So because they are adjectives, the ing in these three adjectives is ing adjectival. Now it's time to talk about two cases of ambiguity. The first case is that it is hard to recognize the ing verbal from ing nominal if the ing form is out of context. By out of context, I mean out of the context of a sentence. If I say, for example, writing, and I stop, writing alone is not clear whether it is a verb or a noun. The ing in writing is not clear whether it is ing verbal or ing nominal. But if we put writing in a sentence, it would be clear whether it is a noun or a verb, and the ing is nominal or verbal. Let's have another example. Meeting. Meeting is ambiguous if it is alone. If I say meeting and I stop. But if I put it in a sentence like I have a meeting on Sunday, notice here, meeting is preceded by a and followed by nothing. So meeting is a noun. It is modified by a. In addition to that, it comes in the object position, which is a position for a noun. That is why meeting here is an object and it is a noun, which makes the ing in meeting as ing nominal. In the second sentence, I am meeting the school manager in the morning. Meeting in this sentence is a verb because it comes in a continuous tense, present continuous tense. I'm meeting. So because it comes in a continuous tense, the ing in meeting is ing verbal because meeting itself is a verb. So the ing in meeting is ing verbal. The second case of ambiguity is between the ing verbal and ing adjectival. Remember that this ambiguity happens only when the ing form comes before a noun. Again, this ambiguity happens only when the ing form comes before a noun. If we see an ing form before a noun, we will have two possibilities. Either this ing form is an adjective, and therefore the ing is ing adjectival, or the ing form before a noun is not an adjective, and in this case, the ing is not ing adjectival, it is ing verbal. So how to know that the ing form that comes before a noun is an adjective or not? We have two tests. According to which we can recognize the ing as ing verbal or ing adjectival. In the two examples, an amazing view and a walking dead, we have ing forms before nouns. Amazing is an ing form that comes before the noun view, and walking is an ing form that comes before the noun dead. Now we want to recognize which one is an adjective and which one is not an adjective. All we have to do is to apply two tests. The first test says that the ing adjectival can be preceded by qualifiers like very, rather, quite, more, and most. We can put each one of these qualifiers before adjectives and it seems quite acceptable. Let's apply this test on the two examples. Can I say a very amazing view? A very amazing view. It's acceptable. And it's okay to modify amazing by saying a very amazing view, which means that amazing is an adjective because it accepts very as a qualifier. So amazing is an adjective. And the ing in amazing is adjectival because amazing is an adjective. But can I say a very walking dead? It seems weird and odd, strange, to say a very walking dead. So because I cannot say a very walking dead, it means that walking is not an adjective, although it comes before a noun, but it is not an adjective. And because it is not an adjective, the ing in walking is not ing adjectival. It is ing verbal. This is the first test, according to which we can recognize the ing verbal from ing adjectival. If the ing form accepts qualifiers like very, rather, quite, more, and most, so the ing form is an adjective and the ing is ing adjectival. If the ing form does not accept these qualifiers, it means that the ing form is not an adjective and the ing is ing verbal. The second test, according to which we can recognize the ing verbal from ing adjectival, is that the ing adjectival can occur after the verb seem. Seem is a linking verb, and we said that adjectives come after the linking verbs. So if the ing form is put after the verb seem and it is acceptable, so the ing form is an adjective. If it is not acceptable, the ing form then is not an adjective. Let's apply this test on the two examples, an amazing view and a walking dead. An amazing view, the view seems amazing. We put the ing form after the verb seem in a sentence, so we can say the view seems amazing. Is it acceptable to say the view seems amazing? In fact, it is acceptable and it's okay according to meaning. The view seems amazing. And because it is okay, it means that amazing is an adjective. It comes after the linking verb seem, and it is an adjective. So amazing is an adjective, and the ing in amazing is ing adjectival. But what about a walking dead? Can we say the dead seems walking? The dead seems walking. It's odd and strange to say so. It is not acceptable according to meaning. Because it is not acceptable to say the dead seems walking, it means that walking is not an adjective. And because it is not an adjective, the ing in walking is not ing adjectival, it is ing verbal. So this is the second test, according to which we recognized between the ing verbal and ing adjectival. Amazing is an adjective, so the ing in amazing is ing adjectival. And walking is not an adjective, so the ing in walking is ing verbal.